Battlestate Games has finally officially announced that there will be a wipe with 12.11. With a lot of the events that have been going on, it was really starting to look like there was no other option, but there were still people who weren't sure, and now they tweeted it, and there is no doubt there is going to be a wipe in 12.11. And whether you're newer to the game or a veteran that wants to take this next wipe really seriously, there's actually quite a few things that you can be doing now in these last few days of the wipe that help kind of prepare you and create a game plan for you for the wipe. I'm Jessekazam. Welcome back to another Escape From Tarkov video. If you like this video, think about dropping a like, commenting below, or subscribing to the channel for more content like this. And I stream Escape From Tarkov on Twitch. All my links will be down below. I'd love to have you stop by and say hey. But with all that stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the video. So like we said, whether you're new to the game or you're a veteran, if you're looking into this next wipe and you really want to take it seriously and really kind of create a plan and maximize your time, there is definitely stuff you can be doing right now. There's stuff you can do to like learn the game more right now. And there's, new stuff that we know is coming to 12.11 that you can kind of start preparing for. So to start off, my first tip is take the time to learn maps and learn the quests that got you stuck. This is a perfect time over the next few days if you're uncomfortable with a map, to just go into an offline raid and run around, pull up a map. Mapgenie.io is my favorite website to use. This is the perfect time to learn those maps, learn where the spawns are, learn where some of the loot is, learn where those places are that you see streamers are, and then you're like, how do I get there? This is a perfect time to do that because once the wipe hits and you're trying to quest and get items and try to survive, it's going to be more stressful and you're going to be less likely to do that. And the same goes for quests. If you got to a place where you kind of just gave up on quests, there are certain ones you didn't know how to do. There's certain maps you didn't want to go to get those quests done. This is a perfect time to check out the wiki, maybe hop into an offline raid and go to that room on Shoreline or wherever it is so you know where it is. This is a great time to kind of like get up to snuff on that information when it doesn't really matter, the economy's crazy and nothing matters. Definitely do that. Tip number 2 is practice PvP. And not just Chad PvP. I know that's the thing. There's raiders everywhere. There's bosses everywhere. Everything is 99% off. The thing that a lot of people do is just get Chad gear and then just like run into fights and try to just shoot as many people as they possibly can. This is actually still a good time, even though people are going to be playing very different, to, if you normally avoid PvP, to get in there and maybe go to dorms, maybe go to places that you normally die in PvP. Practice good habits, get to cover, try not to re-peek angles, practice flanks. Even though your enemy is going to be playing different, this is still an amazing time for you to practice playing with a little more confidence, with a little bit better gear. And this is a really good time for you to kind of try to build healthy habits around PvP, and prepare yourself for some of that early game PvP. Now, the third tip is figure out what quest items and hideout items you need. Everybody will tell you that it is kind of a free-for-all those first few days of the wipes. There are so many items you need. Now with the addition of the hideout, with quests, we know even some quests are changing. Do your best to kind of maybe go to the Escape From Tarkov wiki and figure out a general idea of some of these things that you need to hold on to. I know that stash space is a concern for people who are on standard accounts, and of course you can't just keep everything, but not having to kind of waste time, whether you're in a raid or between raids, looking at the wiki, being like, do I need this? Do I need that? It's obviously crazy. There's an infinite amount of items you need. You don't have to sit down and memorize every single thing, but having a general idea of what those first few quests look like, a general idea of what those first few things you need for the hideout are, can be crucial because, especially with the hideout, it used to be that almost like level 1 of everything you could just buy, but now even starting out day 1 to get anything upgraded in the hideout, you are going to need some items that you need to find in raid, whether they have found in raid status or not, because you do not have access to the flea market. So kind of taking a little bit of time to prepare some of the items that you need and then understand where you can get those items, matches and filing cabinets or gas analyzers here. That is really going to help you kind of start on the right foot. And wipes are often a lot about momentum. And if you get going good in the beginning, then you'll have a good go of it. So that's a huge thing. And that kind of leads us right into the fourth tip, which is create a plan for your first few days of the wipe. This is really huge. There is an overwhelming amount of things to do on the first few days of the wipe. First of all, we've got new content. We're going to have the factory expansion and Scav Karma and a new boss. And if your priority is just experiencing new content, then that's totally fine. Hop into those things and try those things out. Some people like to just make as much money as possible. And the best way to do that is grind to level 10 and just gather everything that is required for the hideout and sell it on the flea market. You can make millions and millions and millions of rubles selling bolts, selling screws, selling all sorts of stuff that are needed for the hideout. Corrugated hoses, it's crazy. Or maybe your priority is leveling up and getting to Kappa or getting to level 40 or getting traders. You can obviously do a mixture of all of them, and I think that's what most people will do, but it can definitely get overwhelming if you don't know what you want to do and how you want to do it, and you can start to feel behind. And like we said before, it feels very momentum based, and if you start feeling like you're behind, if you start feeling like everybody's already done the pocket watch quest, so everybody's looking there and killing you and you can't get that quest done, or you're going out and doing money runs when you should be doing your quest, if you don't kind of know how you want to take it, then it can be overwhelming. Like we said, you don't have to commit to anything, like do a little bit of everything. Of course, that's kind of the best way to do it, but kind of creating a plan for what those, just specifically those first few days look like, could once again get you kind of ahead of the curve there and get you in a good spot. Now, tip number 5 is prepare for Scav karma. So the other side of that is we know that there are a bunch of new features coming to Escape from Tarkov, and one of those is Scav karma, and this could be one of the biggest things that happens in 12.11 as far as like changing the way we play Escape from Tarkov moving forward. The definitely de facto kind of way that we play scavs right now is more of just as early wipe. We're basically scavving just to get quest items. I'm gonna go see if I can find a flash drive or a shotgun or something. And scavs right now are very kill on sight for everybody else. Kind of getting into that mind frame and understanding how you want to use your scav runs going into 12.11 is probably going to help you be a little bit more prepared. Preparing to use it right on day one and be friendly to scavs, learning how to assess the situation and figure out who you need to kill and who you don't. It's going to be weird to be a little bit more trusting, but there's still a lot of big question marks here on what the rewards are for working together, what, unlocking Fence is going to look like and what he's going to provide. And so kind of beginning to shift your mental picture now and understanding that this is definitely going to change the way the game is played. That's going to help you not kind of dig yourself into a hole, because that's what I'm worried about. People are going to scav. It's going to be early wipe. People are going to be fighting over items. People are going to get a lot of negative karma because they're used to playing their scavs a certain way, and then they're going to be in a hole. They're going to want to experience this new content, and they're going to have to dig themselves out, and they're going to have a bunch of bad karma. So prepare for that. And a real quick, another bonus kind of micro tip is that we know the weapon malfunctions are coming in 12.11 as well. I would keep an eye on all of the weapons that you pick up in scavs, that you buy from the traders. Keep an eye on that durability of what that weapon is, and be prepared for weapon malfunctions. If you kind of know day one, like, hey, I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm going to get a weapon malfunction, then when it happens, you're going to react to that in that fight so much better than just having it happen, not knowing what to do, and just kind of like running around. So little bonus tip there, prepare for that and prepare for that to happen in the middle of a fight. So those are my 5 tips on how to prepare, what you can do right now while we're still in 12.10 to prepare for 12.11 and to prepare for the wipe. If you spend just a little bit of time, nobody has to kind of know life any of this stuff, but if you spend a little bit of time working on this stuff, if you're the kind of person that really wants to get as much as you can out of this next wipe, especially in the beginning when it's kind of a free-for-all, then take a look at a few of these things, and hopefully they help set you up for success on the fresh wipe in 12.11 in Escape from Tarkov. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the video. If you like it, think about dropping a like, commenting down below, or subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Like we said earlier, I stream Escape from Tarkov on Twitch. All my links will be down below. I'd love to have you stop by and say hey. And if you're looking for people to play Tarkov with, our Discord server is an awesome place to be. That link is down below as well. Tons of people in there. Thank you again for stopping by, and I will definitely see y'all on the next one.